Stina from Be Earthy. Just wanted to give you a rundown of what's happening in the garden. Here we go. So this was one of the volunteer ones that I put in, which really isn't doing that good. And as you see, I've taken out most of my tomato plants. Like all these tomato plants here. I took all them out. My aloe's doing really good. And this is one of those bags from last winter. It's got a little bit of arugula. This is basil, and that's spinach. So I have a little bit still in here. I had a whole bunch of arugula, big ones, so I took those out and I fried those up with some onions, or sauteed them up with some onions. They were really good. And then you come down here. This is the tarragon, and I did harvest a bunch of that and did a dry. I dried a bunch of them. My lemongrass, I chopped it. I gave it a haircut, and I dried some of that. Here's one of my tomato plants. This would be, this is the beefsteak one. So let's see if we can get this off of here, because this is ready to come off. Come on. Hard to do with one hand. Beefsteak, still getting beefsteaks. And then I planted one volunteer there, one volunteer right there, and there's another one over here, which you can barely see because of this massive cucamelon that has taken over both of those panels and in between. But you can see I do have one, and the volunteers were cherry tomatoes. This volunteer over here is my best volunteer. Look at how big he is. He's huge. He's doing so much, and I have so many tomatoes. Look at them all. Crazy amounts of tomatoes. So since my cherry tomatoes that I had against this wall over here didn't do so well, this one is doing amazing at the end of the season. I have my cilantro over there. It's starting to go to seed, which is awesome, because then I'll get the coriander. And then we have a little artichoke there, which isn't doing much. And then that's a bigger artichoke. Some more basil. Let me get out of the light. This is really the best time to do this, right? But I just got off work, so the peppers. I have multiple peppers. These are going to be orange peppers again. More orange peppers. And then those little peppers over there. These are the ones that grow upside down. And I don't know why they grow upside down, but that's what they're doing. The pointy part is at the top. So weird. And over here, this is the zucchini. You see my zucchini in there? Can you see them? I have a few. I know it's end of the season, so it's kind of late to have those, but thought I'd give it a try, and it looks like it's doing good. I'm gonna set you right here. Get you in a minute. This is oregano. I harvested some of that. I dried a bunch of oregano. I have two more little artichoke plants. It's the chamomile. Two more pepper plants with the red pepper. So we have a long grow season here, which is really nice. And those down there are just my little chives, scallions. Let's see. This is a basil plant, and I took all the stuff off of this and I made pesto. It was really good. That's my lemon balm. I love basil. And it's so small because I harvested it too, and I dried a bunch of that. These are my yard-long pole beans. I think I just have these couple left. See? And I am going to pickle these. I have a few more in the house. But then I'm getting new sprouts. Like, this is all starting to grow new again. So I'm just going to let it go and see what happens. I mean, I even have flowers down here. So maybe it'll start growing again. I don't know. Like right here. See that? That's going to be another bean. I got little things coming out all over. So I'm just going to let it go and see what happens. Hopefully I get more. But I had to extend that out like that so that they had someplace to go because they were growing too tall. Now I want to show you, wait, let's grab the tomato and the beans and set them on the table. There we go. We're going to go in the greenhouse. Set you down for a second. Okay. Here we go. So in the greenhouse, it was crazy because I had planted all of my onions and I came in here. Onions? What's going on with that guy? And then I came in and like my onions, I found an onion just sitting right on top of the soil and holes. Something had got in here and pulled my onions out of the ground. But you can see there's a little start. Here's a little start. I just have onions growing everywhere right now. So on this bed, the first half of it is onions, and then the second half is garlic. And I don't have garlic popping up, but I have this little volunteer, and then all this grass back here, so I guess I should cover it up because Mother Nature likes to be covered. I have a lot of grass popping up back here. Random things just popping up. Over here are all my beets. I actually think that might be it, but I did planted beets on this side of this row. And that's my habanero. Is it habanero? What is it? Yep, habanero. I don't normally plant spicy peppers, but my husband likes spicy peppers, so I did that. And this side is carrots. I had put the cardboard over the top of it, and now you can see them growing everywhere. They're all over. Down there, that's a little random thing popping up there. I don't even know what this is. This popped up. It's kind of fun to leave stuff growing just to see what they become. But I guess that's everything. That's all of my garden. It's still doing really good, so that's my apple tree. Lots of apples. But it's getting to the end of the season, and I'm super excited to have the greenhouse and just be able to keep growing in there. So, all right, everybody, enjoy your gardens. Be earthy.